How's it hanging, everyone? CJ here. Welcome back to another video. And today we're going to be talking about the official SCS American Truck Simulator convoy multiplayer. My thoughts on it. It is currently in beta right now. And in fact, SCS actually just kind of released this a little quietly. You know, they didn't make any big news on their social medias about it. They only really announced it on the SCS forums, and you actually do have to go through a few hoops to get it, the beta itself, and to launch and run it. I actually have a tutorial on how to download and everything you need to do with the beta. Link down below in the description. Definitely go check it out. So it's definitely still an early beta, so these thoughts are obviously going to be within reason, you know. I'm not expecting the best out there, but despite all that, despite the fact that this is still in beta, this is more complete than a lot of features than what other AAA companies typically put out, you know? I expected a lot more bugs, I expected a lot more issues than what I actually ran across. I only crashed once in my playtime so far, and that was when I was spawning on a friend in Prim, Nevada. I can take a job from there. Arizona may not allow that. And I have instant 100 damage.
Oh shit.
And I think my game crashed. We were trying to spawn at the same place, and I think that caused the game to crash for me. A few other people who we were convoying with experienced some crashes while taking the same job as their friends. We'll be getting to that in just a little bit. But other than that, I didn't have any real big issues or big crashes, anything that really prevented the enjoyment of the game. And speaking of enjoyment, American Truck Simulator, the official multiplayer, is very enjoyable, even in its still very early beta stage. It feels natural. It feels like it's been implemented so naturally. It kind of feels like it was always there, which is weird considering because it obviously wasn't. I mean, for one thing I really applaud SCS for is the ease of access. They actually added in a quick travel feature. So basically any city with a service shop, you can quick travel to. It also made it so you can take your friend's job that they're taking, so you can convoy together to the exact same location, which is a fantastic implementation. Playing TMP with friends, it's always so hard just trying to find the same cities, jobs in the same cities at the exact same places. It makes convoying a lot more difficult in TMP. You always have to F7 and refresh your jobs. It takes a good half hour just to get everyone on the same page. But here you click the button and it's pretty easy. You all have the same job. You can choose your own trailers and all that type of stuff. It's fantastic, a fantastic implementation. SCS knocked it out of the ballpark so far when it comes to actually being able, like the ease of access, how easy it is and streamlined to create your own convoy, invite people. They've done a fantastic job in that department. There are a few issues. The only real roadblock, though, with the ease of access and getting everyone on the same page is obviously with DLC. Not everyone's going to own all the map DLC or the cargo DLC, and that causes problems. You can only join lobbies where the host has the same DLC list as you do. Obviously, we're not talking about like just the accessories DLC or anything like that. You have to have all the map DLC and the cargo DLC, or else you won't be able to play with them. And that goes for if you don't have a DLC that they have, or they don't have a DLC that you have. I hope SCS creates a workaround for this in the future. Like for example, just having roadblocks in states that you don't own that only show up for you. I'm hoping they can work around that, because that is a big hurdle, especially if you have to go in and disable all the DLCs that your friends don't have, or vice versa. That's a bit of a pain, and I hope that's something that they definitely address in the future. But aside from that, actually getting into lobbies with your friends, it's so easy. It's very streamlined. Obviously, the elephant in the room is TruckersMP. That's obviously what has been the trucking community's source of multiplayer, and its own ecosystem has been built off that. So there's two different types of experiences you get with TMP and the American Truck Simulator official multiplayer. So basically with TMP, you get more of an MMO feel. You get more kind of like a server with like upwards of 3,000 people. You're always driving around. You can always come across like different convoys, or like just a different group of people trucking around. You can always go into like a truck stop like the one in Las Vegas and just talk on the CB, talk to all these awesome people on there. You have all that stuff on TMP. It's more of an MMO feel. You can come across new people, but you also have moderators, and you also have people who probably should not be on the roads. You always have this, at least for me personally, I've always had this sense of impending doom on TMP, or like something was gonna go wrong. I was either gonna get banned for something I didn't do, or like someone was just gonna come crash into me, and this has happened before plenty of times, and ruin my experience. But you also miss out on some of like the awesome stuff, like the special events, and of course like traffic jams and everything. Those are always so fun. You're not gonna get that in official convoys. You will get traffic jams occasionally, but that's mainly because of the AI messing up, you know? Unlike TMP, which sometimes if you're not in a very populated area, you're gonna be the only person around. It feels kind of dead. There's AI multiplayer, and it's all synced together. Same with the weather multiplayer and the time of day, which is awesome. It makes it feel a bit more alive, especially when it's just you and a friend. Again, this goes back to where I feel like they just implemented it so naturally. I feel like I'm playing American Truck, but just with like a friend, you know, or a couple of friends. It feels so natural. Like, it feels like this has always been a thing, which again is weird considering it hasn't. For a lot of people, I feel this will honestly be the new way to play American Truck. You don't have to launch like TMP, you don't have to go through like sign in or anything. All you have to do is just launch the game, click the convoy option, create your convoy, and boom, you're good. And the last kind of thing I want to touch on, it's a very small thing, but it is something that has very much increased the immersion for the game. And that is the CB radio. Now, the thing I love about this is right now I'm actually getting into like police scan or CB radio, ham radio, that type of stuff. I'm kind of getting into that stuff right now. But the CB radio for the convoys, it adds so much immersion. The immersion, in my personal opinion, has gone up tenfold. I'm a sucker for immersion, okay? Just the fact that like when you're talking, your friend coming over the radio will sound like he's actually coming through a real CB. It's so immersive. It just adds so much enjoyment. It's so immersive to the fact that like we didn't even bother using Discord for like our convoy. We just used the in-game CB and we were completely fine, and it felt so much more immersive. Yeah, we got some slow moving traffic around the crest here.
Possible accident or construction?
Nah, just a slow moving tractor trailer. Just holding everybody up. That and then a bus. So.
Oh, they're having trouble getting up the hill.
Yep, 10-4. So that's pretty much all I have to say about it. Overall, even though this is just in a very early beta, my expectations have been superseded. There are still some things that I feel like they need to implement, like mod support. I'm pretty sure that's coming. People are gonna be able to do like Mexico runs, Canada runs, coast to coast runs with mod support. The possibilities are endless, and I hope to see increased servers soon, like being able to have maybe up to like 24, maybe even 30 people, or unlimited. We don't know. I don't know. I feel like 8 is gonna, at sooner or later, it's gonna get a little small. So I'm hoping that we can increase the convoy soonish. I'm kind of hoping. But overall, I'm very excited. This is definitely like the new way to play for a lot of people, including myself. But that's it for me tonight. What do you guys think about it? Let me know down below in the description. Again, super excited for the future of American Truck Simulator, and especially now with the official multiplayer. It's a game changer, and they implemented it so naturally. But that's it for me tonight. Thank you all for tuning in.